Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Syamil Koyum bin Azizi and my metric number is H23B1378. In this video, I will be presenting chapter 5 from the subject of organizational behavior. And let's start with the definition of a group. A group is made up of two or more people who interact with each other, influence one another, and share a common purpose or identity. A great example of a group is study group. Think of students who meet regularly to go over coursework together. They share a common goal, learning and understanding the material. Meanwhile, a team is also a collection of individuals. But what makes it different is that members are independent, share accountability, and focus on achieving specific goals. For instance, imagine a project team in a company. They work closely together, rely on each other, and are all responsible for launching a new product. Now, let's discuss types of groups and teams. Groups can be categorized as either formal or informal. Formal groups are deliberately established by the organization to accomplish specific objectives, including work groups formed to complete tasks within an organization, common groups, covenant groups with functional reporting relationships, and affinity groups, employees at the same level who meet regularly to share insight. In contrast, informal groups emerge organically among individuals, such as friendship groups based on relationship or interest groups. Temporary groups form around shared activities or interests. Teams in organizational settings can be classified into 7 types based on their structure and purpose. Functional teams consist of members from the same department, while cross-functional teams bring together people from different areas to collaborate. Problem-solving teams focus on analyzing issues and implementing improvements, whereas self-directed teams set their own goals and manage their workflow independently. Venture teams operate semi-autonomously to develop new products or business ventures, and virtual teams rely on digital tools to work remotely. Global teams, on the other hand, include members from different countries working either in person or virtually across borders. Several key factors influence how well a group functions and performs. One important factor is the composition of the group. Groups made up of similar members tend to work better on simple routine tasks because they communicate easily and work efficiently. In contrast, diverse groups, those with a variety of backgrounds, skills, and perspectives are usually better suited for complex or creative work, where different ideas and approaches are valuable. Group size also affect performance. Larger groups can bring more ideas and resources, but they may also face challenges like communication breakdowns and a decrease in individual effort, a phenomenon known as social loafing. Another important aspect is group norms. These are the unwritten rules that shape how members behave and interact, helping to create structure and predictability within the group. Cohesiveness, or the sense of closeness and unity among group members, can enhance teamwork and motivation. However, too much cohesiveness can sometimes discourage individuals from expressing different opinions or challenging the group, which can limit creativity and problem solving. Lastly, the organization can be greatly impacted by the informal leaders, who inherently assume leadership duties without being formally assigned. Depending on how they guide and help others, their influence can be either helpful or terrible. The progression of group developments unfolds through 4 critical stages. The first one is initial mutual acceptance, where members establish rapport and overcome interpersonal barriers. Communication and decision making, especially open discussion and goal settings, come in the second stage. Subsequently, motivation and productivity emerge as members align efforts toward common objectives. Finally, control and organization solidify as the group establishes stable structures, roles, and accountability mechanisms to sustain performance. This framework underscores how groups systematically transition from social integration to operational effectiveness, with each phase building upon the preceding one to achieve collective functionality. Working in teams offers many benefits, but it also comes with certain difficulties that can affect performance. One key challenge is that teams take time to work well. They don't perform perfectly right from the start. Instead, They need time to build trust, understand each other's strengths, and develop effective way of working together. Another challenge is managing change. Shifting from working alone to working in a team can feel uncomfortable and confusing, especially for people who are used to making decisions on their own. Additionally, decision-making in teams can be slower, since a team must consider input from all members. Reaching a final agreement may take more time than it will for an individual. Lastly, there is always a risk of failure. If a team is not managed properly, it can struggle to stay focused or work effectively. Offer several important advantages that can greatly benefit organizations. One major benefit is better performance. When people work together, they often come with more creative ideas and solve problems more effectively than individuals working alone. Another key advantage is cost savings. Teams can increase efficiency by dividing tasks, avoiding duplication of work, and identifying ways to reduce waste. Working in teams also contributes to higher employee satisfaction. Being part of a team can make people feel more engaged, valued, and motivated, as they are actively contributing to a shared goal. Lastly, teamwork supports learning and personal growth. Team members have the opportunity to learn from each other's experience, develop new skills, and grow professionally. These benefits make teams a powerful tool for improving both individual and organizations. Working in teams offers many benefits, but it also comes with certain difficulties that can affect performance. One key challenge is that teams take time to work well. They don't perform perfectly right from the start. Instead, they need time to build trust, understand each other's strengths, and develop effective way of working together. Another challenge is managing change. Shifting from working alone to working in a team can feel uncomfortable and confusing, especially for people who are used to making decisions on their own. Additionally, decision-making in teams can be slower, since a team must consider input from all members. Reaching a final agreement may take more time than it will for an individual. Lastly, there is always a risk of failure. If a team is not managed properly, it can struggle to stay focused or work effectively. What do we mean by diversity in a team? Diversity in teams refers to the presence of individuals with different backgrounds, perspectives, and experience working together. When a team is diverse, it brings a wide range of ideas, viewpoints, and experience to the table. This variety can significantly improve creativity and problem solving, as team members approach challenges from different angles. Additionally, diverse teams are often better at understanding and serving a broad customer base, since they can relate to different types of people and their needs. With more perspective, teams are also more likely to make well-rounded decisions by considering multiple sides of an issue. However, diversity in teams also comes with challenge. Different communication styles, shaped by cultural or personal backgrounds, can sometimes lead to misunderstanding. Conflict may arise when a team member having differing values or way of working. Some individuals may feel excluded or misunderstood if the team lack of inclusivity, which can affect morale and collaboration. Furthermore, decision-making can be slower in diverse teams due to a variety of opinions and the time needed to reach consensus. To summarize, we examine the dynamics of groups and teams within organizations. We learn the difference between groups and teams, the key factors that affect group performance, and the benefits and challenges of working in teams. We also discuss how virtual teams operate, what challenges they face, and how to overcome them. Finally, we look at the value of diversity in teams, how it can lead to better results, but also require good communication and inclusion. In short, successful teams need the right mix of people, clear goals, strong communication, and respect for differences. When these are in place, teams can achieve great results together. I think that's all from me. Thank you.